The clever fox wandered through the forest, searching desperately for something to eat. He had been walking for hours, and his hunger grew sharper with every step. Just as he was about to give up, he noticed an old stone well hidden between the tall trees. Curious, the fox leaned over the edge to look inside, hoping to find water, or perhaps a small animal. But the stones around the well were slippery, and his paws suddenly lost their grip. In an instant, he tumbled down into the dark, empty well. The fox tried repeatedly to climb the steep walls, but they were far too smooth, and each attempt ended with him sliding back down. As the evening shadows grew longer, he began to feel both frightened and hopeless. Meanwhile, a gentle and kind-hearted goat was wandering nearby in search of fresh grass. She heard faint, distressed sounds coming from the direction of the well and approached carefully. When she peered over the edge, the fox immediately saw her silhouette above him and realized he had a chance to escape. He quickly invented a clever plan and pretended to sound cheerful, praising the water inside the well as refreshing and delightful. "Dear goat," he called sweetly, "the water down here is incredibly cool and delicious. You should come down and taste it yourself." Trusting his gentle tone, the goat believed he was telling the truth and jumped into the well without hesitation. But when she tasted the water, she realized it was completely ordinary. Confused and worried, she asked the fox why he had brought her there. Avoiding her eyes, the fox finally admitted that he needed someone to help him climb out. He promised that if she stood steady, he would climb onto her back and pull her out afterward. Because of her kind nature, the goat agreed, positioning herself carefully against the wall. The fox wasted no time jumping onto her back and leaping easily out of the well. But once he reached the top, he did not keep his promise. Instead of helping the goat, he stepped away and prepared to run. The goat watched in disappointment as she reminded him of his promise. But the fox, feeling ashamed yet selfish, fled into the forest. Left alone, the goat refused to give in to despair. She carefully examined the walls and noticed small stones sticking out like tiny steps. Gathering her courage, she slowly began climbing upward. It was difficult and exhausting, but she didn't give up. At last, after many slips and struggles, she managed to reach the top and escape the well. She breathed the cool forest air with relief. The experience taught her that kindness should be guided by wisdom, not blind trust, while the fox eventually learned that dishonesty always returns to its owner.